we're going to take you up to the 2,000-metre start, or 2,000 metres away from us. Here's the boat, the men's 8.
Yeah, last year it was, of course, Great Britain who got the championship title, but and we're also, I think, quickest to qualify for this A final with 14 entries, a unusual large entry for this men's 8 event. But here they are, the 6 finalists: Italy, Australia, Great Britain, Germany, the United States of America, and New Zealand closest to the camera.
Yeah, I think the 4/8s on this side of the... Well, actually, to be fair, Australia got a chance of a medal. I'm not sure quite if the Italians are going to be in there. Kiwis have got a very strong 8 on the outside lane. There's the Italians. They are coxed by Ilaria Colombo from the Gavarati Club on Lago di Varese. Female coxswain for the Italian crew.
Here are the Australians, bronze medalists last year and looking to improve on that performance.
And Weitman and Scott in there, Andrew Weitman and Ben Scott in the stroke seat, and their dads won the silver medal in the pairs behind Redgrave and Peterson in Atlanta.
Here GB looking to defend that title from St. Catherine's last year, and here in the green boat, Germany.
The green boat, of course, synonymous with their sponsors, Velo, who've been fantastic to work with over the years in the German system.
The United States of America, silver last year, but this is a completely new lineup. Only 2 athletes in that crew with previous under-23 experience. And here are the Kiwis. For the first time in 8 or 9 years that we have a Kiwi under-23 men's 8 on the water.
Jack Lopez up, Ed Lopez up in the bows from Northeastern. This boat coached by Calvin Ferguson. Normally Calvin's a bit of a sculling expert. He's coached gold medal winning double sculls from New Zealand. Here he is working with this under-23 8.
Yeah, the Kiwis, a mix of local and US-based athletes, something we don't see that often.
Germany, USA.
These tense few moments before the start.
Attention.
Nice, long, patient strokes by all these crews, especially in that German 8, who I think the German men's 8, the senior 8, more or less pioneered that starting procedure as we ride with Great Britain. And Great Britain move out quickly together with the Australians here on the left-hand side of your picture. And here is the under-23 German 8. Great rhythm there being set by the stroke Ole Bartenbach from the Rudergesellschaft Speyer.
Yeah, an industrial engineer by profession, or learning that profession. British have had a great start, but the Aussies, they went out quick in the heat. They got rowed through by the Americans. And it's like, what are you doing up there? Don't you know this is Great Britain's race to win? And the Australians, they've gone out so bravely. Hats off to them. And Ben Scott, the 21-year-old from Harvard, leading them out. Harvard had such a great season this year. He's got a couple of Harvard colleagues racing in the British boats. Josh Brannigan in the bows from the Harvard 1V. You've got 3 of them. Gabe Obholzer in the 3 seat. And Cameron Bakey. He knows who he's racing, but the Australians, I have to say, that's a great move from them early doors.
Yeah, a good start by them, but it's GB's Bowball who got across 500 metres gone in front of Australia, New Zealand, Germany, all within 1 second of each other. The USA and Italy slightly further adrift, but it's still anybody's race. But GB look really calm and cool, underrating most crews here.
Yeah, the British 8 have impressed here, and the word is from the British team that we haven't seen the best of this 8, either in the heat or the semi-final, and they are really going to open it out. So the coaches are saying. Kieran Clark works with this crew. Beautiful rhythm being set by Cam Tasker, the 21-year-old Husky. Rode in the Husky 3 V8, so he missed out on the fun in the 1V and 2V. But he's got a nice rhythm around the back turn, hasn't he, there, Tim?
Yeah, it's a lovely loose rhythm. And, of course, returning Cox, Tom Bryce, there knowing what is needed to get a gold medal here in the men's 8 as they move out to almost half a length ahead of this crew from Germany. Little look to to his right by the stroke of that German 8 with Ola Bartenbach, but they also look really nicely put together. Combination crew built around the Cole Berkeley athletes here, and 4 crews now separating themselves, Martin. GB in that gold medal position, but very little splitting New Zealand, Germany and the Australians at the moment.
Yeah, I'd have to say New Zealand, to me, are in a really good position to get on the podium placing. The Australians have been so brave. USA, we know they've got a fantastic second half of the race. But, you know, in an 8th racing where you've got a bit of a tail breeze, that is such a big distance to make up. And don't think it's going to happen in the way that it did for the USA 4 that dominated their race yesterday.
Yeah, I feel GB are now trying to get that clear water margin here in the 3rd quarter. A little bit of a push. I think more power than rate, because that rhythm from Great Britain still at that 38 strokes a minute. But you can see them slowly but surely getting clear water now as New Zealand move into that silver medal position here. Also a great rhythm. The 7 and 6 seed there rode for Washington. Short and Fitzpatrick, they were winners on the American collegiate circuit, and you can see the power flying off the end of the blades from the Kiwis.
Yeah, I was talking to Finn Hamill, the amazing Kiwi sculler, earlier in the week. He said, I'm really looking forward to seeing these Kiwis. They've really come up through this competition because, you know, I think early doors they didn't have the greatest of rows, but in this final they have performed. They've now got an overlap on the British. They've got through the Germans. Sensational performance from the Kiwis. The Australians, they're finding the going tough. I think the Americans will probably get through the Australians, but I'm not sure they can get on the coattails of Germany.
No, it's a big ask to get ahead of this German 8. Germany really putting in everything. They were quickest boat out on the water, trying to cling on to that New Zealand 8. Australia, I feel, struggling a bit. The United States at 43 strokes a minute outside of the picture here, but really going for it.
Australia, where have they found that energy from to try and move back on the Germans? What a sensational finish from the Australians. They got rode through by the Americans in the heat. They're not getting rode through today. They could grab a bronze medal, but at the moment that medal place belongs to Germany in the green boat. New Zealand, are they coming back on the British? What a fantastic finish from the Kiwis. Could they beat the red hot favourites? It's very close to the line. The British stretch out, they go again. The British have found something extra. The Kiwis and the Germans, the Australians are challenging for that silver and bronze medal. Great Britain are going to take the win. And in 2nd place, it is the Kiwis. And Germany just break the Australians' heart for the bronze medal. And America finished back in 5th, the Italians in 6th. I thought the Kiwis might challenge the British. It was the angle. But what an exciting race that was, Tim.
Yeah, and what a performance by the Great Britain 8. And that's another under-23 men's 8 title for Great Britain. They extend their streak, which started all the way back in 2019 with another gold medal.
5:29, sub 5:30 for the Brits. Not the fastest condition of these crossfit. New Zealand, amazing effort to get a silver medal from those boys. There they are. Yeah. Claps from the New Zealand 5-man. Nick Bryan there. Henry Kirk. Applause for the race. You can see the wind, it's nearly blowing them into the pontoons at the end. Not sure how many Kiwis have made their presence felt in the grandstands. Long way to come. Confirmation of the 3 medalists there. Australia, USA and Italy have to settle for the minor placings. That was a great race to end with.
Yeah, and I'm sure, I mean, you mentioned the Kiwi supporters. I'm sure they're tuning in to this live stream, although it will be somewhere in the middle of the night in New Zealand.